Have you ever considered that some of the habits you've developed over the years might be quietly eroding your quality of life? As we age, certain behaviors that once seemed harmless may now be depleting our energy, straining our relationships, and preventing us from truly thriving. But what if breaking free from just a few of these patterns could transform your emotional well-being, boost your health, and even enhance your overall happiness? In today's video, we're uncovering 7 crucial habits you need to let go of right now to regain control of your life. These behaviors may be holding you back in ways you never imagined, from how you connect with others to the way you perceive your own physical and emotional health. Each of these points is designed to empower you to embrace your golden years with more wisdom, autonomy, and genuine contentment. Imagine being able to speak your mind without fear, reconnect with the people you care about, and find joy in life's simple pleasures once again. By stopping these draining habits, you can add not just years to your life, but also more vitality and satisfaction to those years. Stay with us until the end, because the insights you're about to hear could be the key to unlocking a richer, more fulfilling future. Don't miss out on this opportunity to take charge of your well-being. Whether it's learning to set boundaries, letting go of guilt, or choosing self-care over self-sacrifice, every step we discuss will help you live with greater purpose and intention. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Your support helps us continue to bring you valuable content. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with others who might benefit. If you enjoy the topic of this video, comment 1 to let us know. And if not, comment 0 so we can keep improving and delivering content that matters to you. Now let's get started, because what you're about to learn could change everything. We're diving deep into the 7 things you need to stop doing right now. Habits that may be silently draining your energy, robbing you of peace, and keeping you from living with true joy and purpose. It's time to break free and start living life on your terms. Number 1, stop accepting everything people say without questioning it. Have you ever found yourself nodding in agreement just to keep the peace? Maybe you've kept quiet during a conversation because you didn't want to create tension or disrupt harmony. It happens more often than we realize, especially as we get older. Somewhere along the line, many of us have been conditioned to believe that staying quiet equals keeping the peace. We've internalized the idea that agreeing with others, even when it goes against our true feelings, is a sign of maturity, respect, or good manners. But let's confront a hard truth. Every time you agree with something you don't believe in, every time you say yes when your heart is screaming no, you're chipping away at your own self-worth. You're giving away small parts of yourself bit by bit, and eventually you might wake up one day wondering who you've become. It's a slow and almost imperceptible erosion of your sense of self. You might think that agreeing with others is a way to avoid unnecessary conflict, drama, or stress. On the surface, it might seem like a practical approach to maintaining harmony. But here's the problem. Every time you suppress your true thoughts and feelings, you are losing something far more valuable: your voice. Your voice is not just a collection of sounds. It's an expression of your identity, your beliefs, your life experiences. Silencing it diminishes your sense of autonomy and leaves you feeling invisible. When you stop questioning and start accepting everything at face value, you allow others to shape your life for you. Even if they don't mean to, they end up influencing your choices, guiding your actions, and shaping your decisions. This gradual surrender of control is a quiet but powerful way to lose yourself. You might not notice it happening, but over time, it can leave you feeling helpless and disconnected from who you truly are. I've seen it countless times. People assume that, as they grow older, their opinions don't carry as much weight. They believe that their insights are less relevant, that their voices don't matter as much. This mindset couldn't be further from the truth. Your wisdom, your experience, your unique perspective, these are priceless. They provide insights that younger generations haven't yet gathered. Your voice holds the lessons of a lifetime. Why silence that? Why let others drown out what you've spent years learning and understanding? Think about all the moments when you wanted to speak up but didn't. The family discussions where you just nodded along, the conversations where you bit your tongue to avoid tension. Reflect on the times you disagreed internally but chose to remain quiet. convincing yourself it was for the best. The truth is, by doing so, you weren't just maintaining peace with others, you were losing peace within yourself. The conflict between your inner truth and outward compliance can create an unsettling restlessness that slowly eats away at your self-confidence. You deserve to be heard. Your opinions, shaped by years of experience, hold value. Don't let anyone make you feel like your voice doesn't matter, because it does. You have every right to express your thoughts, to disagree, and to stand up for what you believe in. Your perspective has the power to challenge assumptions, broaden understanding, and offer wisdom that others may lack. When you allow yourself to question and to voice your thoughts openly, you rebuild your confidence and reclaim your independence. It's not about being combative or argumentative. It's about being honest with yourself and with others. It's about valuing your insights enough to let them be heard. The more you practice this, the stronger your sense of self becomes. Number 2, stop isolating yourself socially. I understand that as we age, the temptation to retreat can feel overwhelming. Sometimes it just seems easier to stay at home, to avoid social gatherings, to let friendships quietly fade away. The energy it takes to maintain relationships or to meet new people can feel exhausting. The thought of engaging in conversations, sharing stories, and being present can feel daunting, especially when our energy levels aren't what they used to be. It's as if the world has sped up while we've slowed down, making it tempting to pull back, stay in, and shield ourselves from the effort it takes to stay connected. Yet the harsh truth is that isolation is a thief. It robs you of connection, of joy, and of the very essence of what it means to be alive. If you're still here watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please take a moment to comment one below. Let me know that you're still here with me, because your presence matters, even in this digital space. Loneliness is not just an emotional experience, it's a physical one. Studies have shown that prolonged isolation can lead to serious health problems, including an increased risk of heart disease, depression, and even cognitive decline. It's not just a matter of feeling sad or disconnected. It's about your entire body responding to the lack of human interaction. The human brain is wired for connection. We are social beings, meant to share our lives with others, to exchange ideas, to laugh, to cry, and to feel together. When you cut yourself off from the world, you're doing more than just avoiding social discomfort. You are depriving your mind and body of the nourishment it needs to thrive. Isolation creates a void that slowly fills with loneliness, and that loneliness doesn't just sit quietly in the background. It actively harms you, both mentally and physically. Your brain begins to perceive isolation as a threat, triggering stress responses that over time can wear down your physical health. I know it can feel easier to withdraw, especially when your energy levels are lower or when it seems like you don't have as much in common with others as you once did. Maybe you look at younger people or even your peers and feel a sense of disconnection, as if your world and theirs don't quite overlap anymore. But the truth is, you still have so much to offer. Your life experiences, your stories, your wisdom. These are treasures that others need to hear. Sometimes it's easy to forget how much value your perspective holds. You might think that because the world around you has changed, your voice no longer fits, but that's simply not true. Your wisdom has deepened over the years, and that makes your insights even more valuable. Don't underestimate the power of connection, even if it's just a simple conversation over a cup of coffee or a phone call with an old friend. Just a few minutes of talking to someone can brighten both your day and theirs. Don't wait for others to come to you. Be proactive in nurturing those relationships that bring you joy. Step out of your comfort zone, even if it's just a little at first. Attend that social gathering you've been avoiding. Pick up the phone and call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. You'd be surprised how much better you'll feel when you open yourself up to connection again. Sometimes we convince ourselves that it's better to stay quiet or stay home because it seems less complicated. But in reality, every interaction, even a brief one, has the power to uplift your spirit. It's not about being surrounded by people all the time. It's about having meaningful interactions that enrich your life. Whether it's a close conversation with a friend, joining a community group, or simply being more present with the people you already know, connection is vital to your well-being. Don't let isolation steal that from you. You deserve to feel connected, valued, and seen. Reach out, reconnect, and let yourself be a part of the world again. You might just find that the joy, peace, and fulfillment you've been searching for are closer than you think. Every single interaction, no matter how small it may seem, brings immense benefits to your heart, mind, and spirit. These moments of connection, laughter, and shared stories nourish your soul in ways you may not even realize. They remind you that you are part of something larger, that your life still has so much to offer, and that you are still valued. So if you've found yourself avoiding people or skipping out on social activities because it feels like too much effort or you feel disconnected, it's time to stop. Human interaction is one of the true secrets to aging gracefully, to living with joy and purpose even in later years. Don't let the false comfort of isolation drown out the laughter, conversations, and warmth that are waiting for you. You deserve that, and the world deserves to hear your stories and wisdom. Now let's talk about the third thing. Number 3, stop neglecting your physical health because you think it's too late to make a difference. This mindset is one of the most dangerous and disheartening traps we can fall into as we age. It's so easy to believe that since your body has been through so much, or that because you're not as young and strong as you used to be, nothing you do now will really matter. Maybe you've convinced yourself that exercising at this stage won't change anything. Perhaps you think that eating healthier is pointless, or that those doctor appointments you keep postponing aren't all that important anymore. You might even feel that since your youthful vigor is gone, there's no use putting in the effort to take care of yourself. But let me tell you, this couldn't be further from the truth. It doesn't matter if you're in your 60s, 70s, or even your 80s. It is never too late to start taking care of your body. Even small intentional changes can make a significant difference in your quality of life. You don't have to reinvent your lifestyle or take on strenuous activities. Just a few simple changes can set you on a path to feeling better, moving more freely, and even thinking more clearly. Every little bit of effort counts. Imagine how even a short walk around the block could make a difference. You might think that it's too small to matter, but those steps add up. Your muscles become stronger, your heart a bit healthier, and your mood a little brighter. Gentle stretches or simple balance exercises can drastically improve your mobility and reduce the risk of falls. These aren't just empty routines. They are tangible steps toward maintaining your independence and feeling stronger and more capable in your own body. Imagine how much better your days could feel if you had more energy, fewer aches and pains, and the reassurance that you're giving your body the fuel it needs to function at its best, even in this stage of life. Picture waking up with a bit more pep in your step, knowing that you're actively working to maintain your health rather than letting it slowly slip away. These choices, however small they seem, have a profound impact over time. You might not notice the changes overnight, but consistently choosing to take care of your body builds a foundation for better days ahead. But here's the kicker. Taking care of your physical health doesn't just affect your body. It has a profound impact on your emotional well-being too. When you choose to prioritize your health, you are sending yourself a powerful message. You matter. You're reminding yourself that your life is still valuable and that you still have so much to live for, so many moments to enjoy. You're affirming that you deserve to feel good no matter your age. The better your body feels, the more active and engaged your mind becomes. You'll notice your self-esteem rising, your outlook on life becoming more positive, and a renewed sense of purpose and motivation. You'll feel more capable, more confident, and more alive. And who wouldn't want that? This isn't about trying to reverse time or pretending you're younger than you are. It's not about chasing the youth you once had. Instead, it's about honoring the incredible body that has carried you through life's ups and downs. It's about recognizing that even now, you are capable of change, growth, and improvement. It's about making the most of the years you have ahead by ensuring they are filled with vitality, energy, and a sense of well-being. You owe it to yourself to care for your body because it's your vessel, your companion, and your strength. Your health is a gift, one that you can still nurture, no matter what stage of life you're in. Don't give up on yourself now. There's so much more to experience, and you deserve to be at your best to fully embrace it. Your journey doesn't stop here. In fact, by taking small steps to care for yourself, you're opening the door to a more vibrant, fulfilling, and joyful chapter of your life. You're proving to yourself that it's never too late to make a difference, and that mindset alone can transform the way you move through the world. So go ahead, take that first step, no matter how small it may seem. You'll thank yourself for it. Number 4, stop living in the past and allowing the memories of old times to overshadow your present. It's so natural to reminisce about the important moments of your life, to hold on to the people you once knew, the places you've been, and the choices that shaped who you are today. Those memories, full of laughter, love, and sometimes even heartbreak, are part of what makes you who you are. They remind you of where you've been, the lessons you've learned, and the experiences that molded you into the person you've become. But here's the thing, while memories are precious and hold immense value, they can also become chains, holding you back from fully experiencing the beauty and potential of the present moment. Living solely in your memories, no matter how sweet they are, keeps you locked in a place that no longer exists. It's like trying to live in a house you moved out of years ago, familiar, comforting even, but ultimately not where your life is happening right now. And the tragedy is that being stuck in the past blinds you to the joys, opportunities, and experiences that are still waiting for you. The more you cling to what was, the harder it becomes to embrace what could be. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we find ourselves comparing today to yesterday, assuming that nothing will ever feel as good as it once did. But that mindset is limiting and unfair to the present version of yourself. As we grow older, many of us fall into the belief that our best days are behind us and that the excitement of life has already passed. It's easy to find yourself caught in a loop of reflection, thinking about the people you used to know, the things you wish you'd done differently, or even the opportunities you missed. Regret can be a powerful force that clouds the present, making it seem less vibrant compared to the past. You might even catch yourself thinking that you've missed your chance at something great, that your story has already been written and there's no more room for new chapters. When you allow yourself to be stuck in the past, you're essentially saying no to the future. You're shutting the door on the beautiful, unknown possibilities that still lie ahead. This isn't the end of the road for you. It's a new chapter, one that's brimming with potential if you're willing to turn the page. It might be tempting to think that because you're in an older stage of life, there are no more chances for adventure, excitement, or growth. But that's such a mistaken perception. Life continues to offer its gifts no matter your age, but you have to be open to receiving them. Maybe it's by trying out a new hobby, something you always wanted to learn but never made time for. Maybe it's by reconnecting with an old friend or reaching out to form new friendships. Perhaps it's about stepping outside your comfort zone just a bit, taking a class, volunteering, or even traveling to a new place. These actions might seem small, but they carry the power to change your perspective and breathe new energy into your life. Think about it this way. Every day brings an opportunity for growth and joy. It doesn't matter how old you are or how much life you've already lived. You can still choose to start a new story, one filled with things that bring you peace and happiness. Your age doesn't have to define your sense of adventure or your capacity for joy. You're not done creating memories just because you've lived a lot of life already. In fact, your experience gives you a unique perspective, allowing you to appreciate things in a deeper, more meaningful way. Your future is not written yet. Each day is a blank page, waiting for you to add your own story. Let go of the belief that nothing new can happen for you. Instead, open your heart to new experiences and give yourself permission to enjoy the present. You deserve to live fully, with joy, curiosity, and hope. Don't let the past weigh you down. It's time to step forward into the life that's still unfolding. Number 5, stop sacrificing your happiness and well-being for others. I understand that for many this behavior feels noble, even necessary, especially if you've spent your life in the role of caretaker, putting others first because you felt it was your responsibility. You might believe that your worth is tied to how much you can give, how many people you can make happy, or how selflessly you can serve your family, your friends, or your community. You may have grown up believing that love and sacrifice are inseparable, that to care deeply for others means setting your own needs aside. You might even take pride in being the one everyone can count on, the reliable figure who never says no. no matter how tired or overwhelmed you might feel. But let me tell you something, and it's a hard truth. When you constantly put everyone else's needs before your own, you start losing yourself in the process. Your sense of identity becomes entwined with being useful, being needed, being the one who holds it all together. You may even feel guilty when you take a moment for yourself, as if you're neglecting your duty. And worse, sometimes the very people you're sacrificing for don't even appreciate the depth of what you've given up. They see your effort as normal, expected, just what you always do. You've probably spent years, if not decades, caring for others, whether it was your children, grandchildren, spouse, or other family members. You've poured your energy into making sure everyone else is okay. You've set aside your dreams, ignored your health, and postponed your happiness, always with the thought that one day you'll get to focus on yourself. You kept telling yourself that once the kids are grown, once your spouse is settled, once your responsibilities ease up, then you'll finally take that break, follow that dream, or give yourself permission to relax. But now that day has come, and it's time to realize that your happiness matters just as much as anyone else's. You've earned it. You've more than earned it. You've done your part, fulfilled your duties, and given of yourself time and time again. Yet somehow you still hesitate to claim your own space, your own time, your own joy. It feels almost unnatural to put yourself first after all these years of prioritizing everyone else. Here's the harsh reality. When you continuously sacrifice yourself for others, there comes a point when people start to take it for granted. They become so accustomed to your willingness to help, to give, to set your own needs aside, that they stop seeing the incredible toll it takes on you. They begin to expect your support as a given, something reliable that doesn't need acknowledgement or reciprocation. It's not necessarily out of malice or selfishness. It's just that they've become so used to your constant giving that they can't imagine it being any other way. What's worse is that, over time, they may even begin to expect it. This isn't because they don't care about you, but because you've trained them to believe that your needs don't come first. And that's a dangerous place to be. You end up feeling invisible, as if your feelings, your desires, and your well-being are secondary or not even considered at all. You deserve to put yourself first, to prioritize your well-being, and to live the life you've always wanted. It's not selfish to care for yourself. It's necessary. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and after all these years of giving, your cup might be dangerously close to empty. The truth is, you have every right to pursue your happiness, to take care of your health, and to spend time doing the things that bring you joy. Whether that means saying no more often, setting boundaries with those who rely on you, or carving out time just for yourself, you must start making yourself a priority. You've spent your whole life giving. Now it's time to give something to yourself, the permission to be happy. Take that trip you've always wanted to take. Spend time nurturing your hobbies and passions. Let yourself rest without feeling guilty. You are not a machine built to serve others endlessly. You are a human being, worthy of care, love, and happiness. And it's time to stop putting everyone else's happiness above your own. You've done enough. Now it's time to turn some of that love, care, and attention inward, because you deserve a life filled with joy, peace, and the freedom to live on your terms. Don't wait for permission. Give it to yourself today. In your advanced stage of life, it's time to face a difficult, sometimes uncomfortable reality. Enough is enough with nullifying yourself just to please others. This might sound controversial, even unsettling, but the harsh truth is this. While you've spent your days sacrificing, bending over backward to help those around you, the people you've given so much to might be living their lives without a second thought, carrying on as usual, without making the slightest effort to reciprocate or ease your burden. It's a painful realization, isn't it? For years, you've been the steady rock, the caregiver, the person who says yes when everyone else says no. But what many people don't want to admit, what you might not want to admit, is that over time, this cycle of constant sacrifice can breed something unexpected: resentment. It starts as a whisper, then grows louder as you begin to see the truth. After all the years you've given to others, after the countless acts of kindness and care, The recognition and support you quietly hope for hasn't come. The appreciation you deserve, the love you've poured into others, has not been returned in the way you imagined. It's time to break this cycle for your sake and no one else's. It's not selfish to put yourself first. In fact, it's the most essential act of self-love you can give. You can and you should prioritize your own needs because, in the end, who is going to take care of you if not yourself? Let those around you take on their responsibilities. Stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's time to take care of you, because no one can do it better than you can. Number 6, stop ignoring your own physical and emotional limits because you're afraid of seeming weak or incapable. As we age, there's a common yet harmful belief that admitting we can no longer do certain things means we're giving in to aging. Many feel that saying, "I can't" or "I need help" signals failure, as if acknowledging limits equates to losing vitality or strength. This mindset, however, is not only false but also dangerous. Refusing to recognize our changing abilities can lead to serious consequences, both physically and emotionally. Trying to push ourselves to do everything we once did, like lifting heavy objects, keeping up a fast-paced lifestyle, or ignoring signs of fatigue, can invite trouble. Our bodies and minds are not the same as they were at 30, 40, or 50, and that's completely normal. Time affects everyone, and ignoring this reality can be one of the most significant mistakes we make as we grow older. Aging doesn't mean giving up. It means adjusting and evolving. It's about respecting the body that has served us well for so many years and giving it the care it needs. Wisdom isn't about ignoring limits, but about recognizing them. By acknowledging our physical and emotional boundaries, we protect ourselves and open the door to a healthier, more balanced life. There's no shame in saying, "I need to take it easy," or admitting that you can't handle something alone. This honesty shows maturity and strength, not weakness. It's time to stop pushing yourself to be who you were decades ago and embrace who you are now, with all the knowledge, resilience, and life experience that time has given you. You've earned the right to live at your own pace, take care of yourself, and enjoy life without constantly pushing your limits. Letting go of the fear of appearing weak can be incredibly freeing. Knowing your boundaries doesn't make you fragile. It shows wisdom. It takes real courage to admit that some things may no longer be right for you, and that's completely okay. Saying no or recognizing "this is no longer for me" is not a loss. It's self-care. It's a way of honoring your body and emotional well-being. Understanding and respecting these boundaries not only prevents accidents and health issues, but also preserves your energy for what truly matters. This could be spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies you enjoy, or simply allowing yourself the rest you deserve. Life is not about proving you can still do everything you once did, but about adapting to new realities and living fully within them. It's also essential to remember that acknowledging limits doesn't mean giving up the things you love. Instead, it means adapting those activities to suit your current physical and mental state. For example, if gardening has always been your passion, but heavy lifting is now a challenge, consider using raised beds or lighter tools. If intense workouts are no longer feasible, explore gentler forms of exercise like walking or yoga. Accepting that you've changed doesn't mean losing who you are. Instead, it's about embracing the version of yourself that exists now, one that is wise, resilient, and deserving of self-care. You've earned the right to rest without guilt, to say no without fear of judgment, and to live on your terms. Take a deep breath and grant yourself permission to prioritize your well-being. Your worth isn't measured by how physically capable you are, but by the incredible person you've become. Slowing down doesn't diminish your value. It enhances your quality of life. Number 7, stop avoiding sexual relationships. One of the most pervasive myths about aging is the belief that sexuality has an expiration date. Many older adults think that as they age, desire naturally fades, or that they are no longer qualified to experience intimacy and pleasure. This mindset is not only misleading but also harmful. Sexuality does not disappear with age, and intimacy can remain a vital and enriching part of life, regardless of your stage in life. A major reason why many older adults neglect this aspect of their lives is due to societal shame, fear, or the belief that they no longer fit the profile of someone deserving of sex and intimacy. However, nothing could be further from the truth. The reality is that when approached with a healthy mindset, sexual intimacy can continue to offer immense pleasure, emotional connection, and physical well-being at any age. Sexual intimacy is not only about physical pleasure, it's about feeling close to someone, sharing moments of joy, warmth, and comfort. As people age, these experiences become even more precious. Intimacy, when embraced in older age, can nurture both the body and the spirit, providing deeper satisfaction than ever before. Another reason many older adults hesitate to maintain an active sexual life is concern over performance or the natural changes that the body undergoes with age. It's true that as we grow older, our bodies change, and these changes may affect how we experience intimacy. However, these changes do not mean the end of pleasure or intimacy. In fact, with age comes wisdom, and with wisdom comes a deeper understanding of what feels good, what you want, and how to communicate these desires to your partner. Many older adults find that they can explore their sexuality with more freedom and less pressure as they age. The unrealistic expectations of youth, performance, appearances, and doing it right start to fall away, making room for a more relaxed and comfortable approach to intimacy. This shift allows for deeper emotional connection and satisfaction. Intimacy in older age isn't about impressing anyone or living up to someone else's standards. It's about enjoying the experience and being present with your partner, sharing an act of love, trust, and connection. Adaptation is key. It's important to recognize the realities of your changing body and find what works for you now. While things may not work exactly as they did when you were younger, you can still enjoy a rich, satisfying sexual life. It's about exploring new ways to connect, whether that's through more open communication with your partner, trying different methods of intimacy, or embracing the emotional aspects of connection. The possibilities are endless, and the key is to be open to discovering what makes you feel good now. Sexuality doesn't disappear as you age. It remains an integral part of who you are. No matter your age, you deserve to experience love, pleasure, and connection. There is no age limit for intimacy, and there's certainly no expiration date on desire. Stop believing the myth that you've aged out of this important aspect of life. Embrace your sexuality with the wisdom and confidence that come with age, and you'll discover that it can continue to bring joy, fulfillment, and meaning to your life. During sex, the body releases a mix of hormones such as endorphins and oxytocin, known as the feel-good hormones. These chemicals play a significant role in lifting mood, reducing stress, and contributing to an overall sense of well-being. Oxytocin, in particular, is often referred to as the love hormone, as it fosters feelings of bonding and closeness with your partner. By avoiding sex, you may miss out on one of your greatest natural allies for maintaining physical and emotional health. The relaxation and happiness that follow intimacy can positively ripple through your day-to-day life, leaving you with more energy and a more positive outlook. Life doesn't stop, and neither do the pleasures of life, whether emotional, intellectual, or physical. Aging isn't about slowing down or giving up. It's about embracing a new chapter, one that's filled with opportunities to live richly and wisely. By taking charge of your sexuality and embracing this part of yourself, you can rediscover the power of living with intention, prioritizing your happiness, well-being, and autonomy. Ultimately, this stage of life holds immense potential for fulfillment, whether through intimate relationships, deep conversations, or the joy of learning something new. Life after a certain age can be as rich and joyful as ever. Take the lessons shared in this discussion to heart, and let this phase of your life be as full, meaningful, and rewarding as you deserve.